got the Texas Fan Better Podcast. Chuck Bridge, Fifth Ward Crenshaw, you know the best out there. Keno, from Diggity 713. To all my Texas Nation. If you feeling good, I want you to throw them H's up high. Yeah, like that. I see you. Let's swarm. Yeah, Houston, Texas, born and raised. Yeah, that's where I'm from. The best city in the state. Yeah, we stay turned up. There's excitement in the air for the Houston Texans. We swarming all year, causing havoc, we wrecking. Coming off that edge, we got 5-5-5-1. Team on the outside, locking down your number one. All about the swarm mentality. And the H standing on business is the way we operate. I rep that 7 like CJ, that 1 like Diggs, that 3 like Dale. H-time we doing it big, you know that 12 out here, and don't you never forget, better pick your poison, cause we got Joe in the midst, we rock that battle red, still blue, Liberty white, H-time blue, drip galore, man, we so fresh, fire like the field, shout out to the whole squad, chasing greatness, eyes on the prize, one goal, it's time to take it, let's get it, throw them H's up, throw them H's up, now you throw them H's up, throw them H's up, we throw them H's up, throw them H's up, let's all love for them Texans, cause them Bulls about to perform. Throw them H's up, throw them H's up. Now you throw them H's up, throw them H's up. We throw them H's up, throw them H's up. Let's all love for them Texans, cause them Bulls.
Yo, and welcome back to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. I'm your host tonight, Matthew Briggs. And always, I got my team storm. We got a special guest. Well, let me kick it off with my team. First off, we got the man with the message that needs to be heard. We got Mr. Keno.
What's good, everybody?
And then, guys, we got the H-Town honcho himself, Mr. Johnny Honcho. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, family? Texan Nation.
We got a special guest. If you watch TikTok, if you watch the Reels, you know this guy very, very much because he is popping everywhere. From Mo Sports Network himself, we got Mr. Cory Mosley. How you doing, bub?
What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man? What's going on, Texans Nation? How y'all feeling?
Hopefully we'll be feeling good now that we got everything fixed for CJ. But before we kick it off, while the video was going, I saw you handbagging. Did you like that?
Yeah. No, that was fine.
That's from our boys Crenshaw and Keno. They made a hype song for the Texans.
Nah, I was rocking out. That shit was going crazy. Can I cuss? My bad.
Yeah, go right here. No,
that shit was hard, man. I was liking that. That was y'all who made that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was rocking out. I was liking that. That was nice.
Appreciate it.
Well, let's kick it off, man. The Texans last year, they finished off another AFC South championship win, 10-7, and they got bounced out. It seemed like we can't win in the divisional round. It's the story of the Texans. Cory, what's your thought of the team last year?
So the team last year, it seemed like a sophomore slump in a sense, but like there was reasoning behind the sophomore slump. And I would say the biggest issue for the Texans last year was obviously the injury bug, right? You lost Tank Dell for the season. You lost Diggs for the season. You lost Nico Collins for most of the season, right? That definitely affected CJ Stroud to be able to spread out his weapons. That's what CJ Stroud loves to do. He likes to stand back in the pocket, observe, and find the best target. And I feel like he was having trouble having chemistry with the deaf guys, and in turn, you still had a decent season. 10-7 is still nothing to be ashamed of, even the divisional round exit is still nothing to be ashamed of. But it's still, I feel like, came up short of expectations of what the Texans thought they had coming in with Diggs coming in and all this firepower on offense that y'all had.
Yeah, I mean, right, with the moves they made, like go and get Joe Mixon, go and get Daniil Hunter, go and get Stephon Diggs. It felt like a all or nothing kind of move, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's ask you, what do you think about the coaching of last year from the offensive coordinator, Bobby Sloan?
I mean, I feel like there was tape on him this year. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it was a sophomore slump. Again, CJ's rookie year, nobody had tape on him. Nobody knew the Texans offense the way it was supposed to be ran, and it was high powered his rookie year. And I feel like a lot of defensive coordinators and scout teams got together, used some brain power, and got a good scouting report on that offense and CJ's tendencies in year 2. So I think he can come break out of that year 3. But honestly, I didn't see nothing really wrong with the offensive coordinating in a sense. The play call still seems pretty decent. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, as a Texans fan, we just got frustrated with, I guess the way the times he called, because like when CJ Stroud faced third and over 173 times, and the second place team was like I think 94 or in the 80s. Like there's a big separation, so just hurt him that way. But now that we got Nick Caley, he came from the Patriots offense, came from that Sean McVay tree. What do you think about that move?
I think that's a solid move. I think anybody from the McVay tree could be possibly a bookworm like McVay was. McVay is very innovative when he first came into the LA Rams offense. And what kind of mind McVay has. He has photographic memory in a sense. Hopefully his preparation, his game planning, and his ability to adjust on the fly moves on to your guys' offensive coordinator as well.
Yeah. Right. So you're out there in New York, right?
I'm in, yeah, but I'm New York everything though. I'm a New York Giants, New York Knicks, New York Mets, New York Rangers, St. John's. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We New York everything.
Well, except for the Jets, right?
Nah, we ain't fucking with the Jets.
So let me ask you a real question. Sauce or Stingley? Who you got?
Stingley, man. I got Stingley. Sauce got exposed last year, I feel like, in year 2. He's a big grabber. He's very physical, but it comes to a fault as well. I feel like Stingley has better ball skills than Sauce. I feel like he has a better range of the field than Sauce. Didn't Stingley play a little bit of safety, or am I bugging? Like in college?
You're on mute there,
Nah, he just played corner.
Straight corner. All right.
Yeah,
well, he ball hawks like a safety though. He got ball skills like one, and I feel like Sauce is more of a physical guy, but I like Stingley more. I feel like he's more of a playmaker.
Yeah, and as long as you stay healthy, the proof is in the pudding, right? I mean, the dude just had an All-Pro season. In my opinion, behind Patrick Surtain, there was no better cornerback than Derek Stingley. So
that's a bold statement, but I agree with it.
I mean, again, the proof is in the pudding, man. I mean,
yeah, I agree with it. But
so now that we added CJ Gardner-Johnson, how do you view the secondary?
That's a a 1-2 punch right there at corner right there. And Sauce Gardner's going to bring that. I said Sauce Gardner. Gardner Johnson is going to bring that attitude and toughness to that secondary too. That's one thing Gardner Johnson is about. He gets in people's faces, he talks shit, and he gets in the wide receivers' heads. So maybe he can bring and instill some of that toughness onto y'all secondary too.
And D'Amico Ryans brings that swarm mentality, and if you look up the definition of swarm, you gotta have a picture of CJ Gardner-Johnson. I mean, that dude kind of has that mentality. So
12 hats on the ball, man, at all times. Swarm to that thing at all times. Yeah, gotta be like that.
And the trade Kenyon Green for him was like, bro, yes sir, every day, twice on Sunday. Speaking of trades, we also got rid of Lumber Tunzel. Now everybody was pretty upset about that outside of Texans Nation, but us Texans fans kind of had an inside scoop on it. What was your thoughts about it?
So I would say the biggest concern I would have for you guys this year is y'all offensive line complete overhaul. I feel like out goes Tunzel, out goes Kenyon Green, out goes Shaq Mason. In comes Cam Robinson, Tomlinson, and Ingram. I don't know if that matches up in talent. You know what I'm saying? I still think the old line was a little bit better, but you know, you got to make moves and salary cap crunches. So I understand why y'all did it, but I definitely think that might be a concern for y'all this year, but I still think it's workable at the same time.
Yeah, right. And plus, at the end of the day, CJ Stroud was the second sack quarterback and the most rushed quarterback. So you know you got to pick something out there. So
Right. So y'all trying at least y'all trying to do something, you know.
Well, could it get any worse? I mean,
Right.
yeah, I mean, we like Matt just said, man, we was first and second and with sacks and rushes last year. So
and
Right.
you brought up the CJ Gardner Johnson mentality. I think a lot of the offensive linemen, especially Shaq Mason and Larry Tunsil, who are vets, who were good and still good. I mean, Larry Tunsil was what top five, maybe top eight, but they don't have that mentality that D'Amico Ryans is looking at. So,
Right.
you know, I think it's the time to kind of move on.
And the numbers don't lie, like you said, and something's got to change. Something's got to happen. Like I don't agree with Tunsil leaving it, but the other guys, yeah, if he's the most sacked, something's gotta give, right?
And like you said too, salary cap. He was looking for another extension, and I mean CJ Stroud. I know he had a sophomore slump, but I still think he's the future. I still think he's a top 5 QB. Will be a top 5. So you're gonna have to pay the man. And I think Dale Hunter, or not Dale Hunter, Will Anderson Jr. I think he's going to be just a slot below JJ Watt. So you know you gotta pay the man. So I think that's another reason why you cut him, right? So
Yep.
Kendall, you got any questions for Texan Wise for Cory?
Yeah, sure. So you're a Giants fan, correct?
Correct.
All right. So I want to get your take on like how do you feel about the situation of y'all picking up Wilson and also picking up what's his name?
Jameis.
Jameis. Yeah. Jameis Winston. What's your take on picking up both of them guys?
Honestly, it's an upgrade, which is crazy to say. It's an upgrade. I'm not happy with it because it's not these are not franchise quarterbacks. These are veteran rentals. These are bridge guys, right? They're essentially saying we're punting this year in the draft on another quarterback. We're essentially punting on Shador Sanders because of these moves, which honestly does not make me happy. But at the same time, these are serviceable quarterbacks. These are quarterbacks that are proven, that know how to throw the ball past 15 yards accurately. Something we haven't had in 10 years, right? So, I mean, I'll take it, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun, that's for sure. But Jameis, at least we'll be losing and have fun losing. But hey, I'll take it, and you know, I think it's gonna be Arch Man in time next year. That's all I gotta say about that when it comes to the quarterback situation for the Giants.
Oh, hey man, look, so here's the thing.
they want our boy,
Texas boys, hey, we need that
They
Texas
want our
boy.
boy.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Look,
Yeah.
it's crazy that you say that because it's two teams that I feel like that's getting ready to tank for Arch Manning, and that is the Giants and that is the Colts. Meanwhile, of course, Peyton and Eli
Damn.
for their teams,
Oh,
right?
Damn, I didn't even think about the
this is
Colts.
just
Don't
my
do me
take.
like that, Ken.
Yeah, and this is my take on the Colts. Like, it's like they giving up on Anthony, which I kind of get it. But then again, I feel like they trying to get started so they get ready to tank. So I feel like that's why the Colts are doing what they're doing. And then the Giants,
I'm sick.
Giants when they get Winston and Wilson, is like, all right, so they're gonna try to make an excuse to why they losing in a way and not draft a quarterback this year.
Because the Giants' schedule this year is absolute murder. We're playing the NFC West. We're playing the NFC East, which is already, I would say, maybe the best division in football besides, you know, the Giants. Obviously, the other three are really good. But and we got a lot of really, really tough teams this year. I think they're punting on purpose. I think they have Arch in their sight. What I was gonna say, even if we do win a couple of games, I feel like Archie could pull an Eli and say, fuck out of here. I'm going to the Giants. Period. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. But you talking about Indianapolis kind of fucked me up. I can't lie. It kind of fucked me up right there because I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, because he could be like, nah, I'm either going to Indy or New York because Peyton had a great career in Indy too. And it's not like it's Peyton or Eli's kid.
Mhm.
This is Cooper's kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's very he could go to either or and succeed. I feel like.
That's crazy, Ken. Because I got 3 teams. I got the Giants, I got the Colts, and I got the good old granddaddy team. I got the Saints.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like if Shador doesn't fall
Yeah,
to
I
them,
think right.
if
yeah.
he doesn't fall to them, then I could see them also tanking as well. But
Well, I
then
mean,
again, we got to think
Yeah.
about it. Arch might play 2 years. You know what I'm saying? He could play 1 year and go to the draft. He's definitely. I mean,
Right, that's
first
another
we
factor.
got to see that
Right.
one season. But if that one season is like, hey, man, going to go to the draft, he might be like, all right, cool. Unless he like, I can see him winning the national championship next year. We never know. If he do that, he could leave. So,
well,
we never
they
know.
got
Up in the air.
I think he can say 2 years. He could leave after next year. But I definitely, I can see that too. The Saints as well.
What were you saying,
they
Hunter?
got him on record saying that he didn't want to follow his uncle's footsteps, man. So that was one of the reasons why he didn't go to Ole Miss or, Tennessee or some of the, and that's ultimately the reason he chose Texas. I mean, I can see those teams tanking for him, man. But like you said, it's might be a good possibility to pull one of his uncle moves. You know what I mean? So,
I can see
Shoot,
but
it
he
now
got
that
the power to do so.
yeah, but I mean, I did have a question for you though, Corey. Since we all talking
What's
about
up?
the New York stuff, man. I got 2 actually.
Okay.
So I just read a couple days ago, man. Abdul Carter had a long meeting with the owner and Dayball.
Yeah.
How do you feel about drafting that guy, even with his, this quote unquote injury bug that he got? How you feel about that?
So I think there's 2 absolute, without a doubt, studs in this draft that I think no matter what, these 2 players are going to be absolute ballers this year. The first one is Travis Hunter, and the second one is Abdul Carter. Both of them bring something to the table that really nobody's ever seen before. I mean, Abdul, he brings some. I mean, it's been seen before, like Micah Parsons. I feel like he's very comparable to Micah Parsons. I think he's a better version of Micah Parsons in a sense. But man, Abdul Carter, I would love that because
You know
now
they
you
got a
think of. Go ahead.
they got an Abdul Carter. I mean, they got a Michael Parsons comparison going on right now, man. It's not Carter. It's Mike Green. You heard about that kid?
Nah, where is he from?
Led the nation in sacks 17 and a half last year.
Where is he
Even
from?
with the same number 11. Man, I actually got to look it up. I just seen it a couple days ago, but he's pretty similar to Parsons also, man. I just feel sorry for New York because if that guy is ready, it seems like he's hiding an injury to me, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I can understand, getting out there, competing in the combine and risking an injury and risking your draft stock. But hey, man, we got to see what you got, man. And if you hiding an
right.
injury, man, you already know how
That
you New York Giants fans are.
yeah,
Y'all don't
we
give
get
nobody no
active.
time.
And honestly, it does concern me. That's one thing that honestly is the only. Well, there's 2 things that concern me because now you're talking about the injury bug. I'm also concerned with MetLife's field, right? It's known for the shit it's known for. You know what it's known for, right? It's the shittiest stadium in the fucking world, all right?
It messed
been
up a lot.
You saw what Saquon was going through, and then he goes to fucking a grass field in Philly and just does whatever the fuck he wants, right? I mean, the only thing besides that concerns me is that Abdul Carter is a diehard Eagles fan. He's a diehard fucking Eagles fan that played in Penn State. Like who? Saquon Barkley, right? So what's there to say that he does get drafted by the Giants? He plays out his rookie contract and he just goes on over to the motherfucking dark side once again. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only 2 things that concern me with Abdul Carter, but I do think he is a fucking dog. He brings pressure like no other. Him, Burns, with Kayvon, and Dexter Lawrence on that line. Now we're talking Giants D line we haven't seen since they won it last time, right? With Tuck, OC, JPP, Kiwanuka, you know what I'm saying? OC, you feel me? That's
That
what the
line was
Giants'
crazy, though.
identity is at the end of the day. Dog, hard-nosed defense
Yeah, you go back to
and enough offense to get by.
you
You
go
know
back
what
to
I'm saying?
the LT days. I mean, that same
That
thing.
line was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I think we do get Abdul Carter. I want Travis Hunter, but I think we're gonna get Abdul. I think the Browns GM is really, really, really high on Travis. I think they're gonna take him at 2. So I'm cool with Abdul, man. I'm cool with it. I think the defense will be dangerous. We got Adebo, we got Javon Holland, we just brought in, got Bobby Okekere still a tackle machine, Micah McFadden, like I said, Dexter, Burns, Drew Phillips, really good rookie, and Tyler Nubin also. It's going to be a second-year safety, and he's really good too. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you said that a possible tank for Art. So, I mean, I don't see this thing, but maybe. How about you trade back a couple of spots and get old boy from Boise State, Gentry, and get your running back, and then get your quarterback next year.
I don't want to trade back. I don't want to trade back when you have these two type of prospects
Okay.
on your lap. You know what I mean? If you have a choice at Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders at 3, I can't see a situation where we move back and take Genty, especially since we got Tyrone Tracy, who got 1,000 yards as a rookie last year. So I mean, I think we could rock out with him for a little bit. I think we could take a running back like Scatterboo in like the 3rd round and be a nice committee back there. But Genty in the
from North Carolina is pretty.
Hampton is very good too. I can see that as well. So yeah, definitely.
But we all sit here and kind of say that the Titans are, all in on Cam Ward, but let's be honest, guys, it's the Titans. They sit the bed more often than none. I mean, they traded up to get Will Levis, so you never know. You never know.
True, very true. I think they do take Cam Ward, and I do think Cam Ward is an absolute dog too, as well. I mean, the ceiling is very, very high. He has a lot of things to work on as far as like mechanics go. He's very lackadaisical in the pocket too. He's a little too calm back there. Like, you ever see his dropbacks at Miami? It's just, I don't know. It's too nonchalant for me. I don't know, but I think he can throw the ball better than anybody I've seen in a couple years. So
my thing is, man, I had a talking to my boy last night, man, and Cam is coming from one of the best lines in the nation, O-lines in the nation,
right? Yeah.
To one of the worst in the NFL, possibly one of the worst in the NFL. Do you see that play transition over to the NFL?
If he wants to be nonchalant like that in front of a shitty line, it's not going to work. I'm going to tell you, have you ever seen, he walks back. He doesn't do a 3-step back. No, he walks back. That's his 3-foot step back, is a walk back. It's very
not to include
rare.
the DNs that he have in his division. Also, you got Danielle Hunter, he got Will Anderson, Oban, Jacksonville. He got Josh Allen. He got Josh Allen Hines, and he got Buckner over there in Indianapolis.
Hey,
man, he's
on Latu, he got pretty good.
Latu. I mean, you come over there with that lax shit, man. They gonna get on his ass out there, brother.
I agree.
He gonna be out of Tennessee sooner than he is. As soon as he come, man.
But I did see, like, in his off-season workouts, like he was like he was getting it in. So like maybe I think he was just like that because he was just so comfortable with that very, very good line. I don't think he's gonna be as nonchalant as he was in college. But we'll see. We'll definitely see.
Well, the crazy thing is, I didn't notice it until, of course, the Titans fans kind of pointed out. But they comped him as a Steve McNair, and now that I see it, I see it. Like, okay, you're right. Yeah, he kind of has the same kind of step back, kind of calm in the pocket, and just let it rock. So, I mean, do I want that? No, I do not want another Steve McNair in the AFC South. But you know
who Penix reminds me of? I mean, that's it. You know who Cam Ward reminds me of? Mike Penix. He reminds me of how Penix was at Washington. Very gunslinger, didn't run too much, very calm in the pocket and let it rip, though. Very accurate, had a gunslinger mentality. I think they're the same type of quarterback.
Well, let me give you my comparison, man. And my comparison, they just had this guy a couple seasons ago, and that's Malik Willis. Strong arm, got a little speed on him, man. A nice passer, but that's all I see, man. I can't, I just can't justify the hype right now with Ward, man. I mean, like I said before, if this guy, these two guys, both of them, including Sanders, if they would have came out last year, they'd probably been a fifth and sixth best quarterback out there, man. But I just got to see it, man. Me, in my honest opinion, this isn't the best draft class this year. I think, like Matt said earlier, man, in a Giants, situation, that's something I'd probably think about doing is taking a running back or a different player and waiting for the quarterback next year. Like you said, you got Arch coming out. You got that kid from Tennessee possibly coming out. What's his name? Nico, that guy. So you got some nice quarterbacks coming out next year, man. But around this time, man, a lot of fans and as fans, we get antsy, man, and we want something, and it don't always pan out once we get it.
Right.
So. Hey, I don't hate New York. I'm gonna say that now, man. With that being said, I mean, I got more love for New York Giants than I do for any of these other teams in this division. I just hope it all works out. If you do get Arch, fine. Long as he's nowhere near the South, I'm good with that.
And look, I got so much love out in Houston too. I fuck with the Texans heavy, and I fuck with Houston in general. I've never been there, but I have a lot of a following in Houston, and like. Nothing but love out in Texas, for real, man. Y'all really do show mad love, so I fucks with it for real.
But let me ask you real quick, man. I ain't never tell the guys this, but I'm a different type of Texans fan when it comes to these Cowboys. I don't really have a beef with them like that, bro. I really don't.
Okay.
I understand the beef with Dallas and Houston with me, seeing what's going on. What is the beef with Giants in New York? What is that beef? How does that come about?
With Dallas?
No, with New York Giants and the New York Jets. Why don't y'all,
We don't really have beef. It's not really beef at all. I'm in Jersey, and there's a huge mix. I'll tell you this. There's more Eagles fans in New Jersey than there is Jets fans. I promise you. I swear to God. There is more Eagles fans in New Jersey than there is Jets, and the Jets play in New Jersey. But they're not. We share the same stadium with them. It's not really beef. I really don't think it's beef. Only time where it gets a little shaky is when we're both good at the same time. If we're both good at the same time, then you're gonna get a little chatter. We're gonna chirp at each other a little bit. But we're not in the same division. Our beef is with the Eagles at all times. I don't even got that much beef with the Cowboys compared to the Eagles. I swear. I fucking hate the Eagles. This was the year out of fucking hell for me. All right. This is the worst possible year ever as a Giants fan. You lose your best player in 15 years to them, and then he gets a damn near 2,000-yard season and wins the Super Bowl. It don't get worse than that. It don't get worse. And like Eagles fans are the worst fans you'll ever experience in your life.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine them all day just talking mad fucking shit. Their favorite phrase to Giants fans is, thanks for Saquon. Thanks for Saquon. Nah, man, fuck you. And fuck Saquon.
Man, I wish you said thank you.
Word up. I'm tight. I'm still
he was almost a Texan, bro. He was almost a Texan.
That's where I wanted him to go. I wanted him to come to y'all, man. I was like, yo, if y'all go to Houston, it's cool. I bet. But he went to the Eagles, and that just fucked oh, man.
I mean, our line wasn't even
that hurt my
that,
soul,
man.
bro.
Our line wasn't all that. But he could have got us at least 1,500, bro, with that line.
But Mixon was a great option for you. I think Mixon is great, even though I've been hearing a little bit of rumors that y'all might get a running back in the draft to eventually replace him too. I was doing some research before I came on, but Mixon is good, man. Mixon is a damn good running back, and even the other guy that y'all got with the long last name, he's all right too.
All right.
Yeah. He's pretty all right too. He's all right,
He's not run back number 2 though. He's good. But he's
Yeah.
not RB2. You know what I mean? Like
He's good at what he do. Yeah.
I can see y'all getting a running back in the second or third round.
But-
This is a huge running back draft, by the way. There's like eight of them that could come in and start day one. So I mean,
I'm kind of with you, Corey. Like, if the Texans get Cam Scatterbo, I'm on cloud nine. Like,
right?
if we get him, dude is a great pass catcher, great blocker. Like he's like if he didn't go to Arizona State, like if he went to a different school, I think he'd be first round or if not second round. So
I think Cam Scatterbo is a dog, man. I like his style of play. He might have not been the fastest guy. He's not but he gets the job done and he makes big plays. So I think he will have success in the NFL. I do.
So you're the only person probably cheering for other than Chiefs fans cheering for the Chiefs, huh? In the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I was going hard for the Chiefs. I was going hard. I was talking mad shit before the game too, boy. I was like, the NFL ain't gonna pass up on this three-peat. You know they not. Man, they put belt the fucking ass on the Chiefs, boy. I'm telling you. And my stomach was rumbling. I'm telling you. I was sick.
I live up here in Kansas City, so I hate it. I hate the Chiefs. Like their fans are, oh man, they're probably like Eagles fans. Just a little.
They're loud. They get loud.
Yeah, and everything. Oh, they cry when they lose, so it's a little rough. Can you have some more questions for?
I did. I kind of forgot it.
I got one, man. So your 1 year removed quarterback, well, a couple months removed quarterback has found his way in the AFC South. So somehow this guy sneaks into a starting role. What can we expect from this guy? What is he good at? Honestly, I never really watched Daniel Jones. I've seen a few highlights from him, but what can you honestly expect from this guy? I mean, I know about him. We played him last preseason and Stingley picked him up twice. So that's the most I know about him. But what can you expect from this guy?
You can expect bad IQ. You can expect rush decisions. You can expect not reading the second player on a route. He's going to go with the first read. He's going to stare him down the whole time. He's going to be barbecue chicken for Derek Stingley if he has the privilege to ever have Daniel Jones play against Daniel Jones again. He stinks. He's not good, and he's the reason the Giants are where they are. To be completely honest, like he's the top reason. There's a lot of other reasons, but Daniel Jones stinks, man. I had to defend him for a long time, man, and I didn't even believe myself when I was sticking up for him, but I had to rock out because I was loyal,
Didn't they make him the highest paid QB or close to it or something like that at one point?
Yeah, $40 million a year at one point.
Yeah,
it was pretty bad. It wasn't the highest paid, but it was pretty crazy. It was during the Lamar Jackson negotiations that year. Lamar Jackson got like 45, so Daniel Jones thought because he beat the Vikings in the first round, he can get somewhat similar to it. And it's not even our GM. The real problem with the Giants is our owner. It starts from the top down. It's Mara. Yeah. He's a problem. He's too loyal. He's not cutthroat enough, and he makes dumb decisions too. You know what I'm saying? He made us hold on to Eli for too long, right? He made the Giants were adamant on trading up for Mahomes when Mahomes was in the draft, and Mara shot that shit down. He shot it down. No, a lot of people don't know that, but the Giants were high on Mahomes. They were going to trade up and everything for him and put him behind Eli for a year or so, like they did with Alex Smith and Mahomes, and he fucked that up. But as far as Daniel Jones goes, again, I don't think he's going to play, to be completely honest. The only way he is actually going to play is if Richardson gets hurt. They brought him in pretty much to show Richardson that shit isn't sweet. You know what I'm saying? They let him know, like, hey, if you keep fucking up, we're going to bench you, and we're going to put in bum-ass Daniel Jones over you, and that's going to be embarrassing as hell for him. So I think that's the only reason why he's even
Be-
in the NFL. Honestly, he
Gotcha.
should be playing in
Yeah.
the UFL, but
Gotcha.
whatever.
Oh, I mean, what was it that got him that contract? That $40 million.
He had a decent year that year. He threw for over 300 yards and had 3 touchdowns against the Vikings in the wild card round that year.
Mm.
In his contract year. He didn't. He just played. He was a really good game manager. We had Saquon. Saquon was going fucking crazy that year. The defense was playing great. It was Daboll's first year. He was dialing it up. Everything was going right for us, and we didn't have tape on us either. So because it was Daboll's first year as a rookie. I mean, as a head coach ever, you know. And we fluked our way to the divisional round, and that's what got him the contract.
Mm.
And Mara's loyalty.
Before I let Keno ask his, so I got a quick one for you. We got to witness it because it was against the Texans. But what was your thought on Anthony Richardson's third down crucial play, and he typed himself out to go on the bench and not play that down?
What game was that?
It was against Houston.
Was it
Playoff
against Houston?
Yeah, playoff. It was for the division too, I think, if I'm not correct.
Damn, I forget that shit. I don't even remember that play, but I could look. Anthony Richardson's been hurt more than any of those rookie quarterbacks in that draft class. He's probably been the biggest disappointment. Anthony Richardson, he started off good, but they got tape on him, and he's been ass ever since. He's been butt cheeks. I can't lie. So I'm scared that they're going to be ass this year. I can't lie because they're going to get arched and I'm going to be pissed.
He made him look like a star week 1.
Yeah. Nah, he has his games where he has flashes of great play, though. He does. He's a good dual threat quarterback. But the Colts are spoiled. They had Peyton Manning and then Andrew Luck right after. You know, just like the Packers are very spoiled. You know, Favre to Rodgers to Love. You know, Indianapolis is the same way. They have a very short leash on quarterbacks, I would say. Because look at what Flacco did for Indianapolis. He was balling the fuck out for them, and they dropped him like a bad habit once Anthony Richardson got healthy, you know? So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy to see that, you know, a quarterback on third down just take yourself out of the game. I don't know, man. It's a little rough.
Any player that taps himself out is crazy if they could actually play still. So that's my opinion on that.
Go ahead, Keno.
Have you heard any news about Charles and Kayvon Thibodeau?
I've been hearing rumors that, you know, if we take Abdul Carter, Thibodeau might be on the block. It may happen.
Dang.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. If we can get a third for him, that'll be 3/3 that we have.
Dang.
But I think we keep him. I think we should keep him too. Because like I said, back when the Giants had that great D line, we were running NASCAR packages. We had Tuck, OC, and I think JPP all along the line at the same time. 3 edges on the line with 1 D tackle down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's possible to be sending all these guys on third down. And I feel like the more pass rush, the better. Pass rush is what won the Eagles the Super Bowl this year. Patrick Mahomes couldn't even breathe back then. You know, defensive lines is a huge key. The trenches is a huge key in general to winning championships. In my journal, yeah, you need the stars, you need this, but if that D line was acting like the D line the Eagles was in the Super Bowl, you can't beat that. You can't beat that when a quarterback came and do a 3-step drop back without being pressured. That's something that is invaluable in the NFL. I feel like so. I say keep him off. Fuck it. If we take Abdul Carter,
What is he eligible for? Like, do you know? Like, what is his range? I'm just curious.
what do you mean by?
Okay, what do you think he will get? Like, what kind of contract do you think he will get?
Oh, contract wise for
Yeah.
Kayvon, I can't see a lot.
Okay.
I can't see something crazy. I mean, he had a double-digit sack season, but it wasn't consecutive years. I mean, it was. I don't know what he would get.
Yeah.
What's the typical? I mean, edges get a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
We
They
got
get a
around like
shitload of money.
30 million a year right now for top edges.
He ain't getting that.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you that right
look,
now. He
I'm
ain't
gonna
getting that.
say something wild, but shoot,
No,
I mean,
sir.
if Nick Casario can get on the phone and call the Giants organization to trade for him, I'll be down for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's something we
I'll
could
be
work
down.
out,
Third
man.
round pick,
Hey,
like you said,
if K-Bone want 30 a year, you can have him. I promise you.
he
Give
ain't
us a
gonna
third.
he's not gonna give him that.
First
either.
flight to Houston, my brother.
Yeah,
Hey,
See ya.
we'll take Lawrence before we take Kayvon. We'll
they're
take
not
Lawrence.
trading.
You ain't getting that though.
But this is the reason why I say I would trade for
Mm.
him. Though. If he not gonna get a lot, like if he not eligible to get a lot, shoot, trade for him, and that could be our replacement for Daniel Hunter. That just
Yeah,
and
could
at the
be.
end of the day, he thought we was gonna draft him, but we ended up taking Stingley. So
I think he's probably worth 18 a year, I would say, in my opinion. That's what I would give him.
He just kind of give me that. I liked him when he came out, man. He had a lot of expectations out of him, but he kind of reminds me of a Chase Young, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
Kind of gives me that
yeah,
Chase Young, bro, man.
yeah.
A little, they kind of overhyped him a little bit. Not
Yep.
necessarily bad, but kind of gave me those vibes, man.
Chase Young was super overrated. I think Kayvon is a little bit overrated too. He's not meeting the expectations of what he was supposed to be. I still think he's good, but he's not as good as we thought he was going to be. Chase Young, I feel like, was a straight up bust.
Think so?
Straight up bust. He had a great 1 year, his rookie year, and that was it, bro. Now he's bouncing. He's a journeyman. You know what I'm saying? He a journeyman.
yeah,
You know, that boy ain't doing shit. He takes plays off a lot.
Yeah,
A lot of plays off.
That's
He's
true.
very lazy. And Kayvon has that same type of weirdo attitude too. Like he thinks he's bigger than the program. He's doing all the commercials and shit. There's nothing wrong with that. Get your money, but like you got to be a dog down there, man. You just
Hey,
can't
man,
be on some
that's why
sweet shit down there. He on some sweet shit. I don't know.
That's why we blessed to have Will Anderson, man. That guy's a young leader right now for this defense. I don't even. I mean, I be honest, man. I'm not trying to be biased when I say this, but I love the fact that the players that we got. I mean, they might not be the best, but we got some humble guys that come out there and do their job, and they get paid handsomely for it. I mean, look at the Nico Collins situation. We never had to worry about him testing free agency. We gave him an offer, he took it. We wrapped him up for another 3-4 years.
Yeah.
All our guys are pretty humble, man. Look at Stingley, the Stingley deal. Same with him, man.
Yeah.
We giving these guys the offer, non-selfish guys. I mean, I'm just blessed to be a Texan right now, man. Hopefully, we can
You
actually
should. You guys
plan
are
all these
looking
damn
great.
money.
And
I mean,
I got a question for y'all.
Okay,
Who
go
do
ahead.
y'all want in the draft? Because I've seen some
I'll let
offensive
Kiko.
line prospects in your mocks. I've been seeing a Gukpa from Ohio State in a lot of mocks. What's going on? What y'all want?
So here's a backstory real quick, Corey. So we got another guy in the chat, Crenshaw. He couldn't make it today. So him and Kendall have been going back and forth. Kendall, go ahead and tell him who you want.
Look, here's the thing. It's not that I for sure want him. And this we talking about Matthew Golden. I'm not like struck on him like for sure, but I wouldn't mind it. I know a lot of people like, man, we should take our line. Me personally, I feel like we could take our lineman in the second round. I want us to get a weapon, one of the best weapons,
Right.
whether it's a receiver or a running back. Get the best weapon at 25, and then with the second round, you can get your old lineman. Because at the end of the day, good old linemen fall to the second, good old linemen fall to the third. You just never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just all depends on your system and who you taking and what program they was a part of. But that's just me personally. I really want the best weapon available because we need more weapons on this offense. That's just me. But like our defense is, stacked, crazy. Yes, we can use some D tackles, but I think we can also get a D tackle maybe in the third round or the fourth. It just depends. But I just seriously want to receive a running back. Wherever the best available at 25, but receive running back, take it.
Okay.
So with me, like this is the first time ever since 2002 where the Texans are at a position where we can get the best pick available. whoever's the greatest talent at any position is there, we can get it.
That's what I think y'all should do. Period.
And I'd be
Best
okay with
player.
it. But
Yeah.
also, like now, say a Grant or a Graham fall to 15, we jump 10 spots and get one of those guys. Like you said, Corey, you win in the trenches. Now, if you have Grant, and then Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, boy, that's 30. So I would take that. But also, like Kendall said, there's some good linemen in the second round.
Yeah.
If there's nobody there that you like it at 25, trade back. Go get a Gray Zabel. Go get a good, a good lineman in the second round and add more picks to it. So the Texans, and that's why I'm so glad we got Nick Casario, because dude's a mastermind when it comes to these things.
Yeah.
He got moves for days. So I'll take it.
Okay.
Hunter? What about you, Hunter?
No, man. Man, like you said, I agree with you, man. I mean, when best player available, but if I had to choose, man, like I've been saying since day one, man, I like that kid from North Dakota, man, Gray Zabel. I feel like, man, I wanna do something that's been done by the Cowboys. Cowboys, remember that year they went out and they drafted them 4 linemen. All of them didn't work out, but 2 of them turned out to be all pros.
Tyron
Um,
Smith. Yeah.
yeah, Thomas Smith and what's his name, Zach Martin and those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Mhm.
Detroit just recently did it, man. They end up getting 2 All Pros on that O line also. So my answer to you, man, I want to go at least O line in the first three picks, brother. That's just me, because
Yeah.
it's deep on the O line, it's deep on the receiver, and not to mention, man, we still got these after June 1st cuts. It's still gonna be a couple of decent receivers that's not gonna make the team, after June 1st. So I feel like we can look in that area also. It's gonna be a couple, linemen that's not gonna make the team. But right
Right.
now, man, I want to put the stack as much as we can on the O line, man, and make them get out there and battle it out. I mean, like Kendall always say, we got a swarm mentality, bro. They dogs. They don't have to be the best, but we got molars, bro. We got guys that want to get out there and pancake your ass every night. That O line competition, man, that is about to be the most exciting part of this training camp coming up, man. And I gotta go my ass up there to see it this year.
My only thing about the last year's offensive line that disappointed me was there was many times where CJ Stroud got hit out of bounds or got hit late, and not one of those motherfuckers were there to protect. You can't be having that.
Oh yeah, you can't have your quarterback getting late hit and you're not doing nothing about it. You got to send a message. You got to take the 15. Who cares? Take it.
Right.
As long as the other team knows that you're not going to play that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They not doing that no more without any consequences. I feel like that 15 is worth it every time.
Right.
Me personally, though, with y'all draft,
I just asked you, what you got at us at 25.
So I put a couple of names down. They were all offensive linemen. I had one wide receiver. I think no matter what, in the first 3 rounds, it's got to be lineman, wide receiver, in whatever order it may be. If y'all get a first round wide receiver, it has to go lineman the next 2.
Definitely.
If y'all go lineman first, lineman second, you got to get a wide receiver 3rd round. And however it may go, I think he's going to go lineman, wide receiver in the first 3 rounds for you guys. Gray Zabel was one of the names that I had down for North Dakota State. Kelvin Banks from Texas, Booker from Alabama, Josh Simmons from Ohio State. Also, like I said, if y'all have a wide receiver option, maybe Igbuka from Ohio State as well. I wouldn't be mad if y'all went running back 1st round. Like I said, Omarion Hampton could be a name for y'all to watch as well. I think he would probably still be there at 25. That's a possibility as well. But I think y'all should go lineman, though. Honestly, I really do.
Yeah, you have mentality, right?
What'd you say,
Matt?
I said as long as they fit that mentality, right?
Yeah, as long as they're a dog, as long as they're mean in there, you know what I'm saying? Got to be mean, and you got to protect CJ straight up. That's why that was my key. I have a couple of keys for y'all, and it's to remain healthy and to protect CJ. Those are the 2 things y'all need to do straight up. That's what y'all need to do this year.
No, fact.
Protect CJ, remain healthy. And I think y'all could do something. I feel like y'all ceiling is like 12-5-ish. But if y'all O-line acts the way it did last year and it gets worse even, you could have a floor of 8-9, 9-8. It could happen. It's possible. But I do think you guys are probably going to wind up with the same record as y'all did last year, 10-7. But that's good though, in my opinion. As a Giants fan,
you're playing.
I'd be talking mad shit if my Giants were 10-7. So I'd be, hey, those are my predictions for the Texans. I'm always rooting for the Texans. So
the thing about being a first place team, right? Like your schedule is going to be harder, right? You're going to play all the first place teams, and then we got the AFC West. It's probably the best division in football. So it's going to be a tough battle, but anything can happen. Go ahead, Ken. You got something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's one thing for sure. Us Texans fans, we sick of the 10-7. We had a lot of 10, now that 8, 10-7. You know what I'm saying? Back with Bill O'Brien, and of course, yes, we grateful for the back-to-back AFC South championships. You know what I'm saying, and also getting to the divisional round. But we need to take that next step. And I feel like me personally, for us to get to the AFC championship, we have to like at least get seed 1 or 2. And we can't go 10-7 because we got, Chiefs, Ravens, they always gonna stay up there at the top. Even the Bills. So they always gonna stay with the 12s and 5s and 11 and 6 or 13, you know what I'm saying, 4. Like they gonna stay up there. So we have to take that step to try our best to get that 1 or 2 seed so we can make it to the AFC championship where we've been trying to get to for the longest. So yeah, man, that's all I was gonna say.
The AFC is stacked, man.
Yeah,
I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all got a generational quarterback in the Chiefs up there. You got Lamar Jackson. You got the Bills. Yeah. You got. Even the AFC East is. The AFC North is very tough too. The Steelers, even though they haven't addressed really the quarterback situation yet, I still think they got DK Metcalf. I think Aaron Rodgers could have a good year over there too. They pick him up. And if they get Jackson Dart, I think they get Jackson Dart as well. But AFC stack, man, is going to be tough. I think y'all are contenders, obviously, but it's going to be tough to get past Patty or Josh or any of those guys. It's going to be fucking Joe Burrow. We didn't even bring up Joe Burrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's tough. But I will say this. Y'all division is fucking dog shit. So, like, y'all definitely winning the division. I got y'all for that. I got y'all for that 100%. And I think I got y'all for definitely 10 wins. But there's going to have to be some real change as far as the line goes to get past any of those teams that I just mentioned.
I agree.
Well, see, and the loss from the Chiefs, to me, it was kind of like a waking point to D'Amico. Because we all see the writing on the wall that we're going to bring Bobby Winslow back for another year. But after the play calling, lining up Dalton Schultz against Carl Loftus 3 times, and him getting 3 sacks 3 times, like it left a sour taste in his mouth.
Yeah.
So he's going to scorch or he's like, you know what? My time to win, and it's going to win. Because let's be honest, when we have to play CJ, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to get pieces. You know what I mean? So the time is now. So hopefully we can get it.
Absolutely, man. I believe in y'all, man. I think y'all are tough. Y'all, I got nothing but love for the Texans, for real. I really think y'all are a good team. And I think you guys will find a way. I think y'all will.
Yeah, because another thing is for us, we have to get that 1 or 2 seed because every other good team in the AFC are cold. In the playoffs, we need to avoid the cold, honestly. So that's another reason why we got to be 1 or 2 because if we not, we got to go to KC, we got to go to Buffalo, we got to go to Baltimore, and it's cold. Cincinnati, baby.
Y'all need that hometown advantage.
So
y'all need that. Y'all need that hot weather. Yeah, y'all do.
And that's the only time our fans show up is during the playoffs. So we need them to show up. So
like for example, y'all went to Kansas City to 1 year. Y'all was up 24-0. That was crazy. I'm sorry to bring back bad memories, man. But that was a prime example of y'all need home field. Y'all need that. Y'all need
I was
that.
talking mad shit at work, bro. But I got a question for you real quick, bro. So I know you mentioned Travis Hunter earlier. You
Mhm.
mentioned Abdul Carter, and you wouldn't mind taking those guys. But who is your guy, man? Who is your guy that you looking at for New York to draft?
Travis Hunter.
Travis.
I
Now,
want
now,
Travis
now,
Hunter.
now, I
Yeah.
got a question for that.
Okay.
Since that's your answer, you got neighbors out there, man. Why
hmm
not quarterback right now?
Because the quarter, honestly, I would not be mad at Shador. If we got Shador at 3, I would not be mad at it. I would not be mad at it.
Like,
But I know the Giants. I know my team. I know my owner. I know their tendencies. I know how these guys get down. And
I'm
they
only
don't
saying
get
it.
down with the Brown,
Uh,
brother. They
I'm
don't get down with the Brown.
I'm
All
only
right.
saying it because you got a good situation here with Russell Wilson, a guy that Shador can sit back and learn from a year or two.
Look,
Even he can sit
I
back
would
and learn
love it.
from Winston. But
I would love
I'm
it.
not
that
gonna
Look,
was
you
lie,
my
know what?
that's
answer.
a perfect situation. Like for him to go to the Giants, like Winston is. I wanted Winston here to back up
Yeah.
CJ just because of his energy. Like you
Yeah, it's
cannot
good
teach
energy.
that. That is so contagious. So for a
Right.
rookie to go to that situation, I think it'd be great. And then also Russell, he a energy guy too. So I think
Yeah.
that'd be perfect for Shador.
I would love Shador on the Giants. I would love it. I just know the Giants aren't taking him. I just know.
Yeah.
I know my team, and I
Yeah.
know how they roll.
Mm.
And they are not taking Shador. I know. And the media has really, really killed Shador. Really killed his draft stock. Really murdered it. All these Twitter GMs murdered his draft stock.
Mhm.
Murdered it.
The hate towards
Murdered it.
Chad.
They
Yeah.
hate Shador. They hate him.
Yeah.
They hate him. And like when I look at the tape, I see a great quarterback. I see somebody that can really is accurate, that's really accurate, can deliver the ball downfield. And if he has a stud at wide receiver, he can make shit happen.
And guess what?
He would have Malik Neighbors. That's
Mhm.
perfect comparison for Travis Hunter. You know what I'm saying? I would love Shador. I really would. I just know that they're not taking him. And honestly, if their eyes are so set on Arch, I'm not mad at taking. And look, all right. Here's another thing. If we do get Travis Hunter, do not rule the Giants out of trading back in to the first round and taking
I was
Shador as
just
well.
gonna say that.
Don't get it fucked up. That is a very real possibility as well.
And
It's a very
they
and if that shit happens, woo, boy,
I was just
Hey,
about to say, what would you think?
hey,
Because I saw some rumors of y'all trading up back up to get both of them guys.
yeah.
That
So
would be
I
They want to.
think,
They want to pull a Houston. Yeah,
yeah.
they want to pull a Houston.
yeah, that's what y'all
Hey,
did. That's how y'all got, yup. That's how y'all got Stroud and Anderson, right? So what I think would happen is if the Browns took Abdul Carter, we take Travis Hunter, right? The Giants and the Panthers at number 8. The Panthers and the Giants are Joe Shane, who is our GM, and their GM are very tight. They worked together at one point in Carolina, I want to say, and then at another place, and they made the Brian Burns deal on draft day last year, right? There's a possibility that the Giants could jump the Saints at 8 with the Panthers. We give up our next year's first and maybe the first after that, 2 and 27. And hey, I would do that. I would do that to pair them back up. I would do it. Yeah,
that'd
I'd
be
do it.
great. I'm
Two
fine with
first. Two first.
it.
Yeah,
Hey,
That's
two
got
that's
some.
first.
steep.
That is steep.
Yeah.
But it's two picks in the first round. I mean, in the top 10.
Yes, top 10. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
That's
we
about 2 firsts worth of
What
stuff.
we gave up.
Get back
Yeah,
in.
that's what we gave up.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
well we
Well, I
gave
appreciate it.
up number 12 and we gave up our next year's.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much two first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty
Okay, I
much the
get
same. We
you.
gave up 2 first to get a first.
I
Yeah.
get you. I get you.
Corey, before I let you go, I gotta get your thoughts on the viral video that went around about the Giants GM asking his son, who do they take? And he said, take
Yeah.
Daniels. Take Daniels. What's your thoughts of him not taking Daniels?
We couldn't get Daniels. We tried to get Daniels.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like we tried to get Cam Ward too. We tried to trade up for Cam Ward. We couldn't get him. They won't trade it with us. None of these GMs want to trade. They don't want, unless they want to fleece the fuck out of us. And Joe Shane is just very frugal when it comes to that. He doesn't really get fleeced in trades. He's not willing to
same
take
division,
a big
huh?
risk. Yeah. We weren't trading up with the Redskins. It's not happening. It's not happening. From 4-2, I mean, from 9-2, we were the 9th pick. From 9-2, not happening. You know what I'm saying? We tried hard as hell to trade up with the Patriots too to get Drake May. Wasn't happening. We tried with the Bears with Caleb Williams. It was literally on Hard Knocks. The episode after the Sun said it. The whole episode was him trying to call up. He called up Washington too. He even did try. He tried it, but we didn't. No, we were the 6th pick. I'm sorry, 6th pick. But this is the problem. Like I said, Mara. This all leads back to Mara once again. Don't tank. You got to put all your players on the field at the end. Tommy Cutlets fucking wins us 2 meaningless fucking games at the very end, just like we beat the fucking Colts this year, a meaningless game to fuck our 1st and 2nd pickup of the top 2 picks. The same shit happened the year before that. We were lined up for Jaden Daniels. We had the 2nd pick all the way to the time Daniel Jones got hurt. Once Daniel Jones got hurt and Tommy Cutlets came in and got 2 bullshit ass wins, fucked our whole draft stock up, and here we are once again in fucking quarterback purgatory because John Mara wants to win games and not tank the right way. So here we are.
Yeah, man, I felt the same way about the whole Davis Mills beating the Colts the last game of the year. I was like, oh, there it goes. But I'm glad he did because that means Bryce Young went to Carolina. We got CJ, and that's a wrap. That's all we needed. So I'm glad.
Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. But the Giants aren't willing to take the risk, it seems like. They're not willing to make the big move to get the quarterback that they want. We tried for Stafford, but that's not a big enough move if you really want. Their fucking jobs are on the line this year, and they're just playing around and fucking playing with their fucking thumbs. They had a chance to move up and get Cam Ward, and they asked for 2 firsts. And it was like, nah, not to move up 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing that, you know?
We're not dumb. Yeah.
We're not doing that, but we're not going to take Shador either. So we're fucking dumb. Like, we're dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Giants' racism rumors are fucking swirling at an all-time high now. We never had a black franchise quarterback. And it's just going to make it twice as worse on this fucking draft when we pass up on fucking Shador.
Yeah.
I'm tired of my team. As y'all can see, I'm tired of these. I'm tired of them, bro.
Well, Corey, before we let you go, one last question, I promise. This podcast is about sports, and as you can tell a little bit, it's about the culture too. Right. So we got another friend, Texans T. He's a Drake fan, and all of us in here are Kendrick. So we got to ask you, man, who won, K-Dot or Drake?
Listen, K-Dot murdered that motherfucker, bro. He absolutely mocked Drake. And I'm a light skin. I should be the one rooting for Drake. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm a huge Kendrick fan. Like, I'm talking like since Section 80, Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Kendrick Lamar, but I love Drake too. Like, I'm a fan of both. And that's one thing I didn't like about the beef. It really made people choose a side. Like, who do you like more? And you're not allowed to like Drake anymore if you choose Kendrick's side, and vice versa. And that's not, I'd still fuck with Drake's music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I still listen to Drake all the time. If I'm around the Johns, as they would say in Philly, I'm playing Drake. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in the club, I'm a DJ too. I'm playing Drake. I'm not playing Kendrick in the club. But if I'm by myself, I'm going to pick Kendrick over Drake all day. If it's a personal listen, if I'm trying to dig deep and really listening to and really get a message, a real message, Kendrick all day. I like Kendrick over Drake no matter what. But, it was an epic battle, though. It was definitely an epic battle. Both sides came to play. But Kendrick, he's a genius. Let's just put it like that.
Put the nail in the coffin, too. When you had the whole world saying pedophile, it's kind of a rap. You know what I mean? So,
Hey Corey, real quick,
Yeah.
how did you feel about Joey like coming out with that little song and say too much West Coast, D licking? How did you feel about
Joey Badass?
yeah, Joey doing that? And then we ain't heard that else from him. Like I'm confused. And I'm a Joey fan.
Listen.
He wanted some smoke from
Joey Badass needs to just keep acting on Power. He plays an amazing role on Power. I don't know if y'all watch him on Power.
Yeah, I do.
It's one of the better
I do.
acting performances I've seen in a long time. That boy can act.
Yeah, for sure.
He can rap too. He
Yeah.
can rap like a motherfucker. He's very lyrical. He's from New York. I fuck with him. But don't leave Kendrick the fuck. You ain't fucking with Kendrick.
Yeah,
cut it the fuck out. Honestly, cut it out.
I personally think he feel disrespected from Kendrick because I remember back then he said on one of his songs he said it's him, Cole, and Kendrick. He felt like they was a big three, but Kendrick never really mentioned him. Like even in the Control verse, he didn't mention Joey. Like he mentioned everybody else but Zoe, and I think Joey feels some type of way about that. So that's why Joey, like, man, he ain't.
But let's be real. How relevant is Joey Badass? Like, how?
He
Like,
not.
when was the last time
like
he's
he
dropped
would've-
for real, like an album,
Yeah.
like or any type of project? He's
I
not.
agree.
He's not relevant at all. He shouldn't
He
be in
wasn't
no big
consistent.
anything. He wasn't big anything. He's not even
Yeah.
big three in New York in his prime. He
Facts.
wasn't even top 5 in New York in his prime.
Yeah.
His
I
prime
agree.
was during ASAP Rocky and them. He wasn't fucking with them at all. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So to be in a
Hey, you have people
best,
like
he
that,
thinks
man.
he's best. You got to have that attitude. Yes, as a rapper,
Yeah.
you got to think you're the best. You got to be that. But nah, fuck out of here, Joey.
Yeah.
Relax, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're bugging.
All right, Cory, man, it's been a blessing having you on here. Why don't you tell everybody where we can find you on social media and what you got cooking? That way we can support you, brother.
Hey, man, y'all can find me at mosports_network on Instagram. Regular Mosports Network with no underscore on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and everything else is straight up Mo Sports, MO Sports Network. You see it on my tag right here. MO Sports Network, linktree.com/Mo Sports. That's another way to find everything. We got a podcast as well. It's called Mo Sports TV. You guys are more than welcome to hop in too, by the way. You guys were great. I really enjoyed myself. But yeah, I'm everywhere, man. It's not hard to find me. If you really want to see me, you're going to see me. That's for sure. But TikTok for sure. And I have a lot of personal pages as well. _Mo Sports. You can catch me on Twitter, on Instagram, on my personals too, because I DJ and I do a lot of other things as well. So, yep, that's where you can find me.
Yeah, most definitely killing that on TikTok. So, man, keep up with great work. Next time the Texans play the Giants or something, man, we got to do something like that. You know what I mean?
I hope it's in Houston. I want to come down to Houston. I've been meaning to come to Houston, man. I'm trying to see what the Honeys is like down that way. I heard they eat their cornbread. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what that like. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I might come down that way soon. And if I do, I'm going to definitely holler at y'all, man.
For sure. We'll treat you right, man. Thanks again for coming on. And like I said, we got to do this again, all right?
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me on, guys. I appreciate y'all boys, man. And good luck to the Texans. And hopefully the Giants do something this year.
Hopefully we'll be praying Sanders to the Giants, brother.
Yes, sir. And go Knicks. Playoff time. You know what time it is. We were rocking with the Celtics last night. We were rocking with them boys last night. And, you already see what the Mets is doing, too. So, yeah.
Hey, it's all about like the fuse, brother. It's all about the Rockets, all right?
Yo, they're tough. They're tough. Tough team. Good team.
All right, brother. You have a good one, man.
All right, man. Be good.
Yes, sir. Stay blessed. All right, fellas. Tell me where we can find you, what you got cooking, that way we can support you. I'll start off with you, Honcho. Tell us where we can find you at, brother. Oh, you're muted. Still can't hear you. You're still mute. Yeah, it.
My bad, brother. A-Town Huncho, man, 713. That's on X. Huncho Johnny on Instagram, Huncho Johnny on Facebook, man. I appreciate having a conversation tonight, man. I really enjoyed myself tonight. Every week with you brothers, man. I appreciate it. Continue to talk more football, man. It's getting better and better.
Yes, sir. And Kendall, let's hear you out. Where we can find you at?
Y'all can find me on Twitter and YouTube back here. Getting out right there on the screen. And yeah, I'm just picking up some more content. Talking about Boston. Soon I'm finna drop a video about my Rockets. So y'all stay tuned. And, we got the drop coming up soon, man. So Texas fans, stay locked in, stay tuned, man. We got some heat coming.
Yes, sir. And before I tell you where you can find me, please make sure you follow our brothers, Texans T at Texans T TV, our boy Crenshaw at Fifth Ward Crenshaw, and of course me at A1 Day One Texans everywhere. And of course, like the boys said, man, follow us at Texans Fan Battle. We got stuff popping. We got great guests coming in the next couple months because it's the off season. But we are probably going to do something for the draft, maybe a little live draft. We know. Just keep your ears out because we're gonna keep it popping no matter what we do. But until next week, stay blessed. Have a good week. Let's go Texans.
I'ma calm down. Once we chop it up, there's an H-Town anthem, so we gotta slow it up.
This the best podcast known to man. We been raw. You heard it here first from Keno and Fifth Ward Crenshaw.